Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's Combo Breaker 99. I'm back with another post-fight analysis video. All right, y'all. Loopy Godinez versus Luana Carolina. All right, y'all. So, I went with Luana Carolina in this fight for good reason. I understand why people pick Loopy, just because of the momentum and they seen the fierceness. And, they're kind of basing that information off of what they thought they were going to face, what she was going to face in Luana Carolina. But I had to just kind of do the MMA math here and say Luana Carolina is still a flyweight. She still has enough in her to handle a fighter of this caliber. Somebody just coming into the UFC and somebody that's 121, 121 pounds. You know what I mean? So that's a small fighter. When you think about it, that's a small fighter for uh, somebody moving up for, their first fight at 125 against a tall, long fighter in Luana Carolina. Though Luana Carolina is not great on the ground, I thought she still had enough weight on her and enough strength to handle Loopy Godinez, and that's what happened. Her volume striking was still effective. Her tie clinch still worked for her. Very scary first round when she took Luana Carolina down. Loopy did show some very good striking, punching her way in, and some strength. But I think I think she was just too small for the weight class. I just think she was too small for the weight class, because if she was able to do this with Luana Carolina only one round, I don't think she'll be able to do this with too many grapplers in the division, because they just get bigger and stronger. And, even though these other longer fighters can be really, really mean, you know what I mean? Like, everybody from Agapova to Melissa Gatto, those type of lanky fighters, they're not gonna stand on the outside and just let you rush them like that. But Luana Carolina, she got the job done. Like I said, she went in there, just outlanded and just kind of exhausted Loopy in the second and third round. But there were some scary moments. She never stopped trying. Shout out to Loopy. Shout out to Loopy Godinez, coming in here, entertaining us and going in there and taking a fight on a 7 days notice. That's how you do it. That's how you do it, though. You got to let them know that you want to fight and you'll take on anybody. That's a throwback fighter. So I do give her a lot of credit there. I just don't want to see her take too many more mismatches. I wanted to see her stay at this weight a little bit more, 115 that is. But yeah, man, looking back at the fight real quick, Loopy, she closed that distance right away and was pressing Luana early and just using that wrestling. She pushed her way in. Loopy was strong. Luana, she was able to fight through with some big knees to the body and to the face, but for the most part, Loopy was like a leech. Loopy the leech, man. She was latched on. She was latched on to Luana, but Luana, she did a good job of controlling the wrist and got it back to the center. But Loopy, she caught one of those body kicks, and this is why I said you got to time those body kicks. She timed the body kick, caught it from Luana, got into the clinch. Loopy gets it to the ground, gets in that side control, and she's dominant. You know what I mean? That's why I say when you get it to the ground, don't matter what height you are. You guys are the same height. So Loopy Godinez, she was in that side control, landed some good shots, putting that weight on her and that strength, controlled the top, and almost got an armbar finish in the first round. So that first round definitely went to Loopy Godinez. The second round, Loopy, she started nice with the pressure, staying on Luana, but Luana used her forearm nicely to just kind of separate Luana's strikes. They were a bit slow, causing, but she would actually catch Loopy a few times. She'd catch her a few times, but Loopy would catch her as she was pulling back. That's how slow Luana is. She had that pull slow back. Like, these slow strikes would land in volume, but as she pulled back, Loopy, who had an 8-inch reach disadvantage, was actually catching her. She caught her with some good shots. So Luana, once again, she lets Loopy come in and she latches on. So she uses these little hammer strikes. She starts using some volume to try to pick her, to try to get her off of her. Then she goes back to the center, starts picking those shots off again, picking nice shots on Loopy. But Loopy, man, she closed in nice with nice boxing, snapped Luana's head back with a good right hand. But overall, I think the center was really favoring Luana, because she did land some good combination strikes and was really kind of wearing on Loopy a little bit and breaking out of these clinches. Loopy did score like one more takedown towards, like, I think the end of the round, but it wasn't enough to get any effective work done. So I gave the round to Luana. It was tied up now. Last round, Loopy, she punched her way in again with some nice body shots. She went to the head, to the body. She ate a big knee from Luana as she came in, but again, she latched on. Luana, she landed some nice strikes in the clinch here, where this is where she was getting her work in and her volume. And looked like she kind of busted up the nose a little bit of Loopy, just a little bit, put some marks on her. Luana went back to striking off the back foot, ate a nice right hand from Loopy, but Loopy, she was eating a lot of knees to the body every time she would go in. Luana started making those adjustments, started landing some nice knees to the body. Luana, again, landed more in this round, but it was still dangerous. Still dangerous because Loopy had that speed advantage, and still was always dangerous for that clinch work. But I think she just outworked Loopy in this round. You know, she fought off a lot of the takedown attempts. She was just maneuvering nicely, and she was able to survive. So yeah, I gave it to Luana Carolina 2 rounds to 1. Again, shout out to Loopy for taking this fight. You know, just stepping in and putting on some good entertainment. You know, she definitely made it. She definitely made it look competitive. It was not a mismatch at all, and that's why I said in my video the other day, it all comes down to you know, the ability to execute, because we looked at Caitlin Kagan versus Jessica Andrade. I thought that reach and height advantage would be somewhat of a challenge for Andrade, but it wasn't. It wasn't. The same here. This one wasn't. You know, there was just some moments in there, but I think if Loopy had a little bit more weight and a little bit more strength on her, I think she probably, you know, would have been able to close in and maybe get a finish early. But yeah, shout out to Luana Carolina. You know, she got a win. Of course, this isn't a legit flyweight, but it's a win. You know, she got some work in. She knows what she needs to work on. You know, if she gets taken down by a strawweight, she needs to work on the takedown defense, and she's got to be quicker. She's got to work on her quickness. So yeah, man, from here, Luana Carolina, maybe somebody like Melissa Gatto to give her the test before she tries to get a top 15. Melissa Gatto, maybe Agapova. You need those tests. She needs those tests. Loopy Godinez, back down to 115. You know, I want to see her 115. Maybe get that Sam Hughes fight in. Who else did I say? Ariane Carnelossi. Any of those fights are good. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what y'all think. Combo Breaker 99. I'm out. Subscribe. Peace.